later.
That's okay. It's okay. I just been sitting here playing music, talking to myself.
Yeah, I heard you.
Sorry.
Who is she talking to?
Playing music. Hold on. Okay, had to turn it off on there. All right. Yeah, I was talking to the people. Some people were talking in the chat. Can you see all the chat, or only since you logged on?
I can't even see the chat on my phone. Let me see if I can bring it up.
Okay.
Okay, let's see, participants. Okay. All I see is that there's 5 people, but I can't. So you can read the questions because I can't on my phone. I don't, you know.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit first. Let me turn this down. One of the things that I wanted to talk about what are you doing? Oh, you're sweat?
Girl, I'm sweating. I was trying to get on and then I had a hot flash and I was like, okay, you know what?
You know what? I like the way Mambo Tonya says it. She doesn't call it a hot flash. It's her own personal summer.
Well, you know what? They can keep this on personal summer because it was a hot mess. It definitely was a hot mess. So what do you want to talk about?
Well, I did a couple readings and I noticed that I've been kind of going through this a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even been on Facebook this week at all. This has
been a really hard week. Like everything is just off. And it's because the shift started literally, I feel like at the beginning of the year. I feel like this shift started and this purging and everything falling apart so that everything can fall back together. I'm just waiting for the fall back together.
That's exactly what I was getting in my readings too, is that it's like we're going through a spiritual growth.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the cards were saying it, you know, because I was using the new fairy cards I got, they're saying that we need to take a break from the break. Not saying go back out there and be dumb, be still, you know what I'm saying. But
I mean, yeah,
I mean, break from like social media and stuff and get away from the bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, really, I think like most of us just need, even if you don't ever take a vacation, I feel like all of us need like a change of scenery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like everything, it's almost like if you stay home long enough, everything starts to fall apart in the house. Or you can look at things and say, okay, that needs to be fixed. And it can become overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I think that's what a lot of people are feeling too.
So I think we need a break from our break. I mean,
well,
like I said, still can't go anywhere, but just we need something to break up the monotony, do something different. Even if we stay home, we need to do something different.
Well, it is true. I think honestly, the best thing is maybe working on personal sanctuaries, whether it's a garden area or a sacred space in your house. And then I think like literally turning your bath routine into rituals. Right. Like lighting a candle, putting on maybe some binaural tones or some type of chakra balancing music and literally just soaking. You may have to create a staycation in your house.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we need like that sanctuary, like that safe space.
Something's got to change because it's just I don't know a good word for it other than blah.
Well, you're not the only one that's feeling it, and I think that's why I'm saying it's a shift, because I think everybody is kind of coming into this place where you see more people who are argumentative on Facebook that normally don't argue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because of frustration. You know, people are trying and you know, just playing with people's nerves. And then you have people that literally are facing like, okay, do I send my kids back to school? Do I not send my kids back to school? So then you have that stress. Then you have some jobs that are, you know, you go back to work, you were furloughed, you go back to work thinking, oh, I'm getting ready to get back into this paycheck, and then you're furloughed again. And then of course, unemployment is being slashed. So I think as a whole, we got a whole, this is going through the end of the year.
It's a clusterfuck.
It is. It is. But I think too, you got to recognize it for what it is and then kind of take control of it if you can, because it's really easy to give into it. Like somebody was saying, I'm tired of staying at home in my pajamas. I just want to get up and put clothes on. So I was like, put clothes on then.
Right.
Put your lip gloss on, do your hair. But, if you're sitting around there and your routine is starting to become very irritating, then it's time to you have to switch it up.
Right, exactly. Take a shower, do your cleanse,
Yeah.
I went and bought a bunch of okra the other day, and Taylor's like, why do you need so much okra? Because I didn't get the breaded kind. She was confused.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that would be confusing to her. Like, what are you doing with it? But yeah, I think any type of deep cleanses right now, cutting clears. A lot of people are going through relationship issues where they're falling out with their friends. They're falling out, within their love relationships. Some family dynamics are coming to an end too. So we got a lot of stuff that's stressing us out. I mean, really, you called this morning and I was about ready to lose my shit on Jasmine.
I didn't know what you were saying when you answered. That's why I was like, are you okay? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, literally, it's been a hard week because Yoda with his glands. Now he won't, his anal glands, now he won't eat because he doesn't want to poop. So he's just sitting up here shaking, which means more than likely I'm going to have to take him right back to the vet. And then, Jazz was having some stress with school. And then on top of everything else that I have to deal with, it was like literally that feeling of just being overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't talk to me. Don't touch me. I felt like I just wanted to go sit in a corner and be quiet.
Well, I mean, it's like, I don't know if maybe
I put myself in timeout. I was sick of myself.
Right. I don't know if I'm weird, but when I'm in a relationship, I don't like people under my ass. It's like, give me my space. And it seems like we can't get any space.
Well, that could be part of it too. I mean, really, even for introverts that are used to being by themselves, it's a change in routine. At least the people around you were going to work or doing things that they normally do.
Right.
Now you literally, you're seeing the same people 24/7, even if you love them, it's like, okay, go do something,
right.
go.
I mean, y'all got on a plane, flew to Portland, you and Taylor. She was going on spring break, and then her ass was supposed to go back to school, and neither one of them went back.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things where when you talk about spiritual cleanses, and a lot of people think, oh, I'm just going to do a spiritual cleanse because I'm being attacked, or, I have an issue with something in my house. But I don't think that people realize that you can do spiritual cleanses for depression.
Right, just to get your mind right, make you feel better, get rid of I call it bad juju. It's like like having soap scum on you or something. You need to wash it off, or you just don't feel right. You feel icky.
Well, I mean,
all kinds of words you can't spell today, huh? Bleh, icky.
Well, I think a lot of people are struggling with putting it into words. It literally is that gray area where you just kind of feel like blah, like you say, and I can't tell you how many times I've said that today, like, I mean, it's just, I'm getting creative with it now. It's, it's getting creative.
How do you spell that?
I have no idea, but it feels good when you say it, because you just like breathe. There used to be a hot yoga class that I would take, and they had this thing where it was like feeding a dragon, where you literally would just kind of open your mouth and just go, and you would let it out. And at first, I thought people were crazy in the class when they would do it. I was like, okay, that's a little bit extra. But I remember 3 classes in, and I was having a really hard day, and I was struggling with the yoga poses, and I just literally was like, threw my head back and let out this roar, and nobody looked at me crazy, and I actually felt good. It was released. Now, whether you're gonna scream it, You know, do the, are you gonna, you know, some people are masturbating the hell out of themselves. They're rubbing themselves raw, trying to release this energy. So you know, my thing is you pick your battles, whatever it is that makes you feel good and takes that pressure off, then do it.
Right.
Do it. You know, we're so conditioned that we have to be put together 24/7. You know, you can't be frustrated. You can't have a breakdown. You know, you can't, you know, you can't be triggered, but we are.
All
And
the
we
time.
and
All
we
the
have to
time.
have an outlet. So I would tell people, if you're struggling with what we're feeling right now, cut and clears are really good. Lime baths, lemon baths. You can add basil and lavender and rosemary into a bath and soak into it. It's really, really good for depression. If you want, you can add orange peel to lift, to elevate your moods.
Mm-hmm.
Either orange peel or grapefruit will elevate your mood. And you can do this in your bath water and just soak. And if you need to go in there and scream, you know, you might want to tell your kids first. You know, you don't want to go in there and give nobody a heart attack. You
Right.
know, I'm going in the bathroom and you're gonna hear screaming about 5 minutes. It's all right. Mama's okay.
Don't
I'm
come
letting go
busting
of
down
some
the
stuff.
door.
Yeah, I'm letting go of some stuff. You know, shit, if you smoke too and you can get away with your job. I know you don't like weed. You don't like the smell of it.
Yeah,
But
it's just an allergy thing. It gives me migraines.
well, you know, shit, even if you smoke a little bit, go in there, like that herb up and start chanting, my, weed is good. My, I feel good. My, I'm relaxed. My, you know, whatever it is. We got to get real with this. We got to stop acting like we can cope with this on a regular, because we've never been in a pandemic before.
Mm-mm. And so we
So
don't know how to act. I mean, we
we
can.
don't. We don't know how to act. I was checking on somebody the other day because they did
Mhm.
this post on Facebook where it was like, you know, I'm falling apart, my life is miserable, you know, I can't deal with this or whatever. And so I hate posts like that. I hate them because, first of all, when you reach out on the post to somebody like that, it's almost like you're invading on their energy. The second thing is when you private message them, like I private messaged the lady, and she was like, I'm not happy, I'm miserable, and I don't want your help. And I was like, okay, well, I thought the Facebook post was a cry for help.
Right? Why would you even put it out there?
That's what I don't get with that. It's like,
I get.
okay,
I understand that, some people, part of their therapy is writing stuff down.
well, then do that
But
in a journal. Do it in a journal.
exactly, there's a time and a place for everything. You
I
know,
don't mind. I
silverware
don't.
don't go in the cabinet. Your private journal stuff don't go on Facebook.
Well,
You
I
know,
mean, if you're looking for sympathy right now on Facebook, you're gonna get a lot of angry, depressed people that are going to jump on, and they're miserable, so they're going to make you be miserable. So I think if you're reaching out for help, first of all, therapy is wonderful. And now they're doing it in Zoom. You can do therapy in your pajamas. You
oh
don't
yeah,
even have to.
Taylor had a doctor's appointment today over the phone.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things like that, because I think we all need to release. But my thing is, why put that out there if you don't want the nurturing, if you don't want the help? Nancy was doing something where she was sending out Reiki, where she's doing energy healing. And she was like, all you got to do is comment or post, and I'm going to do this for you, which is wonderful because that's her energy.
Right.
But sometimes you see somebody going through a hard time and you're like, okay, I'm just going to send them healing. I'm going to send them this light to make them feel better. And sometimes I get the bounce back. I'm like, okay, they don't want it. They're closed off, whatever it is that they might need something deeper than what I'm trying to give them. But
Right.
if you look at Facebook, there are a lot of people that are literally going through something really, really hard right now. And I think we're all being triggered. Unresolved issues, feelings, all this stuff is coming to the surface. All of it is coming to the surface. So I feel like we need sacred space wherever it is.
Yeah, even if it's our own little meditation, just go out in the backyard. Put your feet in the dirt. Something.
Yeah. No, I think it's one of those things where even like there's a lot of people that are growing a garden right now, which I think is really great. But if you practice, you can grow a witch's garden where you can grow certain herbs and things that you use in your practice that you don't have to buy anymore because you're growing it. And I think just the changing up that routine, doing something that you haven't done before, is something that makes you feel better, because it takes your mind off of some things that you don't want to deal with. I mean, come on. Xfinity fucking drives me crazy every month when I open that bill. I haven't hit a bill under 200 and I don't know when. And if this bill come up to be over 300 again, I swear to God, y'all gonna see me on the 10 o'clock news.
Girl,
CNN.
you remember I told you that mine stayed a flat rate and I was telling you to get on the same plan I got, and you kept saying, I am on your plan. And this past week or this week, I started getting text messages. You're at 104% of your data. And I've never gotten text messages like that before. And I think I got like 114%. And I know mine's going to be the 200 this month.
Girl, I burned so many candles on Xfinity, and one day I'm gonna get them. We might have a power outage, and in fact, I think I may be the cause of all the power outages that we have in this neighborhood because I burned so many candles. I'm trying to blow the goddamn building up. And Xfinity, if y'all listening, I'm trying to blow the goddamn building up.
Was that you last Thursday?
I'm pretty sure. Girl, I just write Xfinity is a bitch, is a hoe, I write it on my candles. And I do banishment spells, but banishment herbs. I'm literally trying to. The sad thing about, we don't have anybody else in the neighborhood, so I really need to chill, because if I get rid of Xfinity, we're gonna be fucked.
I know. And last week, girl, it was on your side of town and my side of town, and we live over an hour apart.
Yeah, it might have been me. I take responsibility for this side. I will say, because I know I don't did everything but dance outside naked for Xfinity, and that might be next. I might have to come up with an Xfinity dance.
Right.
Banish the bitches. But that's what I'm saying. We all are dealing with that. We all, the thing about it is, I will tell people, work your money lamps right now. Work your money candles, anything that has to do with money. Y'all put that love shit to the side. Listen to me real good on this. I got logic for this, because love, you can't
Go ahead with it.
I mean, we in a goddamn pandemic. You don't want to be in love right now. Y'all gonna frustrate each other and be pissed off at each other and all that shit. Like, let's go ahead and do money, because really, with the economy right now and with jobs, that we're going to be hit in the money. So burn your money candles, your money lamps, get your money going. Because it's one of those things where I think we got to be prepared for things that are coming. Start growing your herbs, your little gardens and things like that, because really this shift is not going to be over this year. I really feel like we're going into and I know nobody wants to hear this, but I really feel like we're going into 2021 with the same type of bullshit. It may not be COVID-19.
And y'all can see, I'm not wearing tinfoil. I'm not crazy.
Girl,
I've been screaming it the whole time. It's not over. It's not over. It's coming back.
If tinfoil could help, I'd put that bitch on. I'd make a helmet out of it and give me some tinfoil sunglasses too. But I think the whole thing about it, if it's not COVID-19, we got other issues that are coming in, because this literally is world, it's purging. It literally is purging right now.
And not to mention the eviction crisis. I mean, it's gonna be so fucked. It really is. Excuse my language. It's gonna be fucked.
Well, I
don't know another word for it. They've cut out. Look, I'm gonna get into politics. They cut out our money, and they opened it back up to where people can be evicted again. What the hell?
Well,
what
shit.
the hell?
Put that goddamn landlord in a lamp. Put him in a candle. I mean,
I think it's a little more than the landlords, though.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. The landlords, there are some that literally could help people out.
Right. So the landlords probably need to go more into a sugar jar or something.
Well, I mean, it could be. It could be. You could sweeten a guy up, because some of them have more than one property where they can give somebody a break, or they can give a discount. They don't want to. And and I'm not going to say all of them, because there's some that literally are giving people free rent for 3 months. You know, there are some out there that are working with people, but I think the ones that literally that are in a position to help people that aren't helping position, they're not doing it. I think karma is going to end up taking care of them. It's one of those things where they could, but they're choosing not to.
Because they're greedy.
Well, yeah. But like you say, you could put them in a jar and try to sweeten them. I mean, you know, you could do a lamp where you're continuously trying to work them. I've had some people that had really good success with that. I mean, it really just depends, but I would work the money right
Yeah.
now.
Well,
If you're out there, I would definitely work the money.
probably do both. You can do both.
Yeah,
Sweeten
you
them up
could.
and try to get your money too. Because you're still going to need money anyway.
No, you are gonna need money. And shit, if you got a fans only page, throw that in the candle and the lamp too. Protect that and make your money that way. I'm about equal opportunity. You gotta eat. So one way or the other, you're gonna do what you need to do. I remember one time when my kids were little, and I was talking to this guy, and a friend of mine was a dancer at the time, and she kept wanting me to come to the club. She goes, "Well, you can start as a waitress and make tips or whatever." And I was like, "I got to feed my kids. So what, you know, what do I need to do?" And the guy was like, "You know, you don't want to be no stripper. You don't want to be like that." And I was like, "Dude, to feed my babies?
Right? You do what you got to
Dude, boy,
do.
I'd be up there with my hands doing this, making it clap. Like what? I would." So I think the whole thing about it is when it comes to taking care of a family and in this time, there's a lot of magical stuff that we could do that would help, you know, put us in a better position. And I think a lot of people are not doing it because we're distracted and we got so much going on. But we got to go back to sometimes the simple things. You know, I can grow a garden and I can grow magical herbs and I can speak to that garden. And who knows, maybe I make money off of that. I can make my own products. There's so many entrepreneurs that are going to be born out of this.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't even realize that they're entrepreneurs.
Well, because people are having to get a side hustle. They have to, or
Well,
they're
I
not going
think
to make it.
they were stuck to that 9 to 5. And I think that illusion is coming to the point where it's like, you know what, that 9 to 5 is really not as secure as I thought it was. Because some of these companies don't, you know, they're furloughing people because they're like, look, we don't have the money.
Right?
You got to figure it out. Jazz literally was furloughed, went back to work for 2 days, and then was furloughed again.
Yeah, I was there at your house when she come back home that night.
Yeah, she literally went to work, drove an hour and 30 minutes to go to work, only to turn around after working 2 hours and come back home. She lost money. That check that they were going to give her wasn't even worth it because she lost money even trying to go to work.
Right?
So it is one of those things where we're dealing with having to be more self-sufficient. And I think, I really think that, you know, we have to kind of figure out the plan, what we need to do. And I mean, especially with roots and herbs and things like that, road openers, blockbusters, you know, cutting clears to move things out of your way. There's so many things that we can work as conjure workers, at root workers that literally will kind of at least clear the path. We may still have to jump over some things, but it's not like it's not, you know, that big block that we can't
And
get through.
everybody can pray too. I mean, you don't even have to know how to make candles or anything. Everybody can do their part. Everybody can pray. You know, whoever they want to pray to. It doesn't even matter, you know, whoever. Because we can use all the help we can get.
Well, I mean, I think you have to be open with this. And to be honest, we need to get some of these goddamn corrupt politicians out of office.
Yeah,
You know,
because
we have to. You know, people up there doing binding
they're,
spells,
they're setting us up for failure. They really are.
they have the money. They have the money.
They're not
So
worried
the thing
about
is, yeah, they're not stressing about it because the house is paid for, the car is paid for, the bills are going to be paid for. Some of these people we voted into office are going to be, they've been in office, you know, 30 years. We've been paying their salary for 30 years. And they're not coming to our rescue and saying, you know what, let's go ahead and, you know, pass this bill so these people can get more money. You know, I could really get into it about Trump, but I'm not going to do that because, I mean, literally, y'all would have to shut me down.
I think we all are on the same page.
Yeah, y'all would shut me down. But I hate that feeling of, oh, I'm going to give you this stimulus check. Bitch, that's my money. It's like you're gonna give me you're siphoning out my money. I paid taxes. I paid into that.
He don't give a
So
shit. It's all about the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. Honestly, going back to the eviction thing, people who own houses can put off paying their mortgage for 12 months, have it added on to the end of their mortgage. So they add it on in 30 years, they'll be paying it back. In the meantime, if we don't pay our rent, our ass is out. It's like a big fuck you.
You should. No, my ass ain't gonna be out. Cause I'm gonna chain myself to the goddamn what is that that big ass boulder thing that I got in the backyard. You know, they're gonna have to come with the wire cutters because I'm gonna be like, no, I'm not going nowhere. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying because I read to so many people.
That's like, yeah, I could go on and on about what they're doing. Don't get me started.
I think we all could, and I think that's where the energy is coming from, is that we all have these stories that could be fixed. Things could be fixed. But I think I would say for workers out there, even newbies that are starting out, Google conjure herbs that like a brie camino to open your road. I use a lot of oh, what's that, Nika?
Oh, is Nika here? She needs to tell her niece to come in.
Who is her niece?
Remember last week she was saying her niece had a lot of questions. We do have some questions on here.
Well, go ahead, because I can't see them, so I'm just running my mouth.
So you were talking earlier about Nancy. Yes, Nancy. Oh shit, Ashley's gone now, and it's her question, but she can watch it on YouTube. She can catch it up. Ashley was wanting to know how to send healing energy, and the first thing I thought of was Reiki, because that's, you know, healing energy, pure. It is the purest form of healing energy you can. I mean, it's direct from the source.
Well, I mean, absolutely. I mean, a lot of us we're healers. We have energy that we pass through touch, or like you say, even just with the energy fields, the auras. You can really work into people's auras. You literally can send healing to people. But if you don't even use your hand, because with Reiki there's certain symbols and positions with the hand,
like the chakra and stuff like that.
Absolutely. But I've learned just through people being sick and thinking thought, I need this person. Like right now I have clients that are in the hospital, I can't go see them, so you can do hand movements. Like sometimes I will manipulate energy and send it to them and send healing, where it's almost like my hands are over their head. Or even as a massage therapist, there's certain parts that I hover over. But I've learned literally with thought, because thought energy transfers like that.
And I know that people like Nancy, and I don't mean to offend anyone, pay good money and go through a lot of training to do Reiki.
Absolutely.
However, I do believe in an emergency situation, if someone you know is sick, or if you are sick, pray about it and send it with your mind. You can do that. I mean, I'm not discounting Reiki in any means, and
it's a different form of energy manipulation, but it's still energy. So you're absolutely right. I think there's so many different ways that are important. Reiki plays a very good part of it. I have older clients that have arthritis that can't get massages where I'm rubbing on them. So they go to Reiki healers because they are able to manipulate that energy in a way to make them feel good that isn't painful.
Right.
But the biggest power of prayer is the thought, the intent. I'm sending this to you. I'm praying for you. And then you get the energy of 15 people, 20 people, 50 people. Some of these prayer groups are amazing.
Yeah, just pray about it and visualize. If you have a cancer or something, visualize it shrinking down to nothing, to where it completely disintegrates. You know, there's things that people can do.
Energy transference isn't hard. We transfer energy every day. Whether we understand it or not, we transfer energy every day. If I'm in a funky mood and I go to Lynna's house, I don't have to touch her. My demeanor, my aura, my energy could put her in a funky mood. So you have to understand that sometimes even without the intent, you're sharing your energy with other people.
Absolutely.
And you can do that. You can do that for in a positive way. You literally can.
Nancy, would you be willing to come on for like three minutes or so and just kind of give a brief overview of Reiki to kind of guide people so that because I feel like it's something very valuable. It's a valuable tool to have, and if people can use it, if you can tell a newbie person who hasn't gone through the training something that they could do, that would be very helpful. If you're willing to do that, we can bring you on.
I even think it would be amazing to have her lead at some point a healing session.
That would be good.
Where she come now? Look, Nancy, we already don't work this out. we already got you coming on, and you're gonna lead us in a healing session with Reiki. We don't just hold this woman.
She's not here now. I think we scared her.
Yeah, we literally came in and we were like, look, we're fixing to hijack you and your gift.
Right.
Are you gonna do it? But here's the thing. What I love about Nancy is when you even look at her pictures on her page, her demeanor is healing. Her smile, her eyes, there's so much good energy in her. Now, I mean, I'm pretty sure she can get down with the best of them when she has to. But initially, if you go to her page and you look at her, just looking at her photo is that there's this glow. She has this glow about her.
Almost like an angelic person.
And it's because she's connected to a certain area where she can tap into that. And it's she doesn't have to brag about it. She doesn't have to talk about it. You literally can see it on her. And I think it's because of how she practices and what she does practice. So there's a beauty to that. And I think a lot of healers have that look. That's why you get so many people that come on to you and they want to, tell you their life story. It's because they see that light. They see that energy. And they want some of it. Give me some. Let me have some. I want some. But she's very gifted and she's very giving too. She does a lot for people.
I agree. She's a sweetheart. Okay.
Do we have other questions?
Well, let me see what else we got because I think we scared her off. She didn't answer. She's like, last thing she said was, I'm here. And then I said, you want to come on? Silence.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, she could have something to do and we could have ran her off, but hopefully she'll come back. Hopefully she will.
Look, she's being a ninja. She's listening. She hears us. She's just pretending like, oh, I don't have a signal. I'm sorry. Oh, let me see what else we got. Oh, Nancy, on her way home, a bird flew into her windshield. I was telling her that could be a sign. I don't feel like it's to her directly. What I was feeling, look, I'm doing a reading. Oh my goodness. But what I was feeling was, there's so much, a dead bird is death. To me, that's one of the omens of a bird flying into a window and dying, is that's death. Death is coming. But there's death all around us. So I don't see it as happening to her. But I think that it's happening so much around all of us that it just so happened to be her windshield. Does that make sense?
It could be, because I've seen this like maybe 8 times within the last month where somebody's like, oh, the bird flew into my car or whatever. So I do feel like it has something to do as a whole. I don't think it's like a hit with individuals. Now, of course, right, sometimes it could be if you're beefing with somebody, but I agree with you. I think it was last week. And I think I even said it. I don't know if I said it on here or said it on my live, but I literally took a shower and came out and it was like I just felt death everywhere. Like it was overwhelming. It almost to the point where it made me just want to just sit down and cry. But it was just a feeling that there were so many people that are not going to be here. So it could be that even the animals are feeling this. There could be, I mean, we're all connected.
Yeah.
We're all connected. So it could be that the animals are feeling it. I still would go ahead and take a cleansing bath and keep my prayers up though.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And your protections.
Yeah, and your protections because just because. But
See,
I agree.
going back to last week, you know, clean your car. Put your rosary on your you know, or whatever. Do your travel mojo bag. You know,
Yeah.
protect
You
your
got
car.
I think definitely you got to keep those things, especially when you're on the road. And I think she drives a lot. So I think especially when you're on the road, you need to make sure that you are protected. This is a heavy energy right now.
Oh, it's
It's
bad.
really heavy, heavy energy, and it's not getting any lighter anytime soon. So we got to figure out how to kind of transmute it and make it work for us, you know. And sometimes it's like literally stepping back, going into hermit mode.
Taking a break from the break.
Mm-hmm.
We've been on break so long, we need a break from the break.
I agree. I agree.
So what else do we have? Um, no, Nika, we're I mean it's on YouTube, but this is only special people get to come in our clubhouse and ask questions. So we're not watching the chat on YouTube because only you guys, well, I mean everybody's special, but everybody has to get their own link if they want to ask questions. And I did put that in the description box. So if there is anybody watching on YouTube, go to www.conjurecrew.com to sign up to get your secret link so that you can come in and participate in the chat.
Oh, so they can see it, but until they join on the link, they can't comment.
Correct. Or I'm not, well, I mean, I'm not watching YouTube. I'm only watching us in here. And so I can see all the comments in here, but I'm not going to try to go back and forth.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
If they want, it's our own little clubhouse. If they want to join, it's free, but they have to be part of the clubhouse because we're special.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going with it. I'm not gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna go with it.
Well,
So,
I mean,
any more questions?
we keep out all the Lorena Bobbits.
Girl, the Lorenas are gonna find their way in. They are.
Lorena might get her bobbit chopped.
They're gonna send a sacrificial lamb into the clubhouse, and you know we're gonna end up having to chop them down or something. Like, hopefully not. Just joking, you guys. Just joking. I don't even want to speak negative energy into the clubhouse.
Right. They get the boot real fast. Let me see. I took a quick cleansing bath the other day. This is from Nika. Because I felt so weird. Not a full-on sad feeling, but like I didn't belong anywhere. Yeah, exactly. And that's what we were talking about at the beginning was we're going through like a spiritual growth period, and it's a bleh feeling. Like you just feel, you don't feel right. You feel not depressed, but just kind of there. Does that, you know, like you're just there, like exactly like you don't belong anywhere. You're just kind of there. You're not depressed. You're not happy. You're not sad. You're just, bleh. But I feel like that's part of the growth period that we're going through. It's just kind of like a lull.
Well, I think the thing about it too is there's such a level of uncertainty right now. I mean, really, you know, you want to stay healthy. You don't want to catch COVID-19 because literally you don't know how it's going to affect you or your family.
You don't want to die.
Exactly. So we have this thing where it's like we're trying to live a normal life, but on the other extreme, we're scared that we might get sick and die. So there's this thing of where it's too intense. So we got to detach. We can't stay in that element of fear 24/7. We got to turn on the TV shows where we're just looking at something that's just mindless, you know, something that's making us laugh to forget what's going on in this world. You know, we're eating snacks and food that we really don't want to eat or need to eat because we're literally just trying to make ourselves feel better because we don't want to think about the end game of this thing.
Right.
So
But
it's a survival thing, you guys. You're becoming detached because if you don't, you literally could end up in some type of mental institution.
yeah, it's almost like if you don't detach, and that goes back to the take a break from the break, because if you don't detach, you'll lose yourself.
And I think that's it. You know, I don't like aliens. You know, I don't rock with them like that. But if them bitches want to come pick me up in the ship right now, I'm down. I'm down.
Look, we
I
already
got
got
my
the
good
green
shoes
light
on. I
and
put
stuff
my good
going on up here.
deodorant on. They could even anal probe me at this point. I'd be down. I'd
And
be down.
I mean, after a while, you know, once it's been so long, why not? But no.
I mean, really. But I think it's because we feel like Nika, like I'm over this. I'm over it. Come pick me up. Let's hang out. Let's chill. You know, let's slime together. Whatever they do, let's do it. I mean, really. And for that to make sense to me means that goddamn it, I've lost something of my mind within the midst of this. I have lost something of my
you know, you
mind.
need an escape, because if you don't, you will lose yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I understand that you feel like you don't belong, because how do I put it? I've been, like I was saying, I've been off Facebook all week. I haven't been on Facebook. I mean, I answer your messages, but I'm not on Facebook. I've not posted anything. I don't really like anything. I'm just not been on it, because honestly, I don't want to be a part of the drama. I'm just over it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear how great someone is saying they're doing when everybody else is suffering. But I don't want to hear about the people suffering, because then that'll make me depressed. And I don't like bickering back and forth. I don't like reading racist bullshit. You know, it's just too much. So it's like, I had to take a break from my break and just say, you know what, fuck y'all. I don't even want to be a part of that. And I mean, I'll go back. Don't get me wrong. I'll get back on Facebook. It's just that I need a break.
Well, I think that's part of the purge too. That some people are going to realize they don't need social media as much.
No.
Somebody just made a comment about every time they eat meat, they get sick. So maybe your body is saying at this point, we're not going to eat meat anymore.
Right. Or maybe telling them they need to put more greens in their diet.
But that's what I mean. They literally, it could be spirit, it could be the universe, it could be the energy saying, okay, your body is going through a big shift right now. You don't need that stuff anymore. That doesn't work for you. I mean, literally, I never had a problem with milk until this year, where it's like, I mean, if I drink milk and eat ice cream, I look like I'm 9 months pregnant. And it's like, okay, you know, my mind logically is saying you don't need to keep eating that because it's not working for you anymore. Of course, I still get the, you know, I'm hard-headed, I'm a rebel, I still want to eat the ice cream.
Oh yeah.
But literally, I will stay up 3-4 hours farting all night.
Toilet. We're all good, right?
Exactly. But it's almost like, okay, at a certain point, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore because my body is not assimilating that well. Yeah. So pay attention. It's not only going to be food.
I think too, though, because, you know, when you go to the doctor or fill out different paperwork and stuff, sometimes, I mean, and they sound like they're thrown off when they ask these questions. They'll say, do you eat paint chips, or have you been craving dirt or things? But it's because our body is missing out. Yeah, our body is missing.
Where are you going to?
No, but they ask these questions. No, they really do.
Where?
But it's at the doctor. They ask, and that you got to read all the questions. Don't just check no.
Isn't that? Well, you know what? Well, shit. What is that, parvo? What the hell? Do you eat dirt? Is that a sign of a stroke? I mean, it has to be a sign of something, right?
I guess there's minerals in dirt, and so if your body is needing that mineral, that's why you're craving even eating dirt. So if they're getting sick from eating meat, maybe they're eating too much meat and need to put more greens and vegetables and fruit.
Well, I'm pretty sure, yeah, she could be being pushed towards vegetarianism or something like that. That could be, I mean, literally, her body is saying, I don't want this anymore. Give me something else.
Right. Or it could, not 100% vegetarian, just eat more vegetables because you're overloading on the protein. You
It
know
could
how,
be.
like, if, girl, you know how when you're broke and you ain't got nothing to eat but ramen, and you eat ramen and you eat ramen and you eat ramen, and after a while you're like, ramen's gonna make me puke if I have to eat ramen one more time.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, and that goes with that potato diet. All those people losing weight on the potato diet, you never heard of it? All they eat is potatoes, unseasoned potatoes. They can't be fried. They can be boiled. They can be baked. No butter, just a little bit of salt, no seasoning. And all they could eat was potatoes for 30 days. After a while, you get tired of eating them damn potatoes and you rather starve. And that's why they're
Lord,
losing weight.
I got excited for a minute because I thought I was about to throw some bacon bits and some cheese
Oh
and some
no,
sour cream on the potatoes and lose weight. So
some
uncooked
brisket.
potatoes with nothing on it.
And that's all you eat for 30 days. Nothing but potatoes.
I see why you lose weight, because after the third day, it's going to be like, fuck it. Why eat? I mean, really, you
Exactly.
might as well just drink some water.
I'd rather not eat anything than have to eat plain potatoes. Cause how do you even eat a potato without butter?
Girl, we're from the South. I wouldn't know how to even do that. I wouldn't even know where you begin with that. Because my whole
How do
thing
you
is the
make
water already has the seasoning in it.
right? Because you can't even make
Literally.
mashed potatoes without milk and butter. And
Yeah, I'm sorry. That goes against my what is that what everybody's saying right now about the mask? That goes against my constitutional rights.
oh girl,
I can't do it. I cannot do it. You know, you guys too, with the mask, if you really are having anxiety and stressing out, spray a little lavender oil or spray inside your mask and wear it. Basil is really good too to calm you down. You can mix basil and lavender oil together. Now you want to dilute, you want to put a little bit, I use Baca because it's really good at keeping the scent and not the oils don't lose the smell, and just spritz. And it literally, I've been doing a lot more lately because shit, Walmart be driving me batshit crazy. I'd be like, some people don't understand personal space. And they had their mask on, but they still on your back. I can still feel you breathing on me. I don't want to feel you breathing. So I have had
or wearing a
literally,
mask with the nose hanging out.
I can't stand it. I can't
I'm
stand it.
telling you,
I'm OCD. If the blue tape is on the floor and I'm on this blue tape and you're not on your blue tape, I'm gonna lose it. So I've noticed that the lavender has really been helping me kind of keep my head together. Like, okay, don't kill him.
yeah,
Just
having a very
inhale, breathe
calming
deeply.
effect.
Yeah. So if you're feeling like you're stressed out when you go out, put a little bit of lavender or basil spray in your mask and it'll help. It really will. Even orange. If you like a citrus smell, orange or something like that, orange oil is really good, especially sweet orange oil is really good because it lifts you up and it elevates you, makes
Mm-hmm.
you feel a little bit better so you ain't trying to kill anybody out here.
I agree. And put some bay leaves. Bay leaves smell good to me. And you know how some of the masks, like the ones I made, have the pocket? Put a bay leaf
Yeah,
inside that, because
just
not
slide
only
it
is
in.
it smelling good to you, because I mean, honestly, and I'm not even trying to lie, but how many people brush their teeth 7 or 8 times a day? I don't.
Well, I
But
just
you're gonna sit there and breathe and smell your own breath the whole time you have. So rather than, I'm not saying I have dragon breath, but I'm saying that most normal people don't brush 7 or 8 times a day to
I mean,
always
too,
have Colgate.
you can have teeth problem. You can have decay and a lot of other things
Yeah,
that are
and you
going
gotta
on
smell it.
too.
So, but if you put a bay leaf in there, then you got the whole Christmas smell. Plus, you got your money charm on you at all times.
Yeah. That's true. Bay leaf and some mint. I mean, there's a lot of different. I mean, really, like you say, the mask with the little pockets, you could put some herbs in there. And I mean, you don't want to overwhelm it. You don't want to put a
Well, then
whole
I
lot.
mean just one bay leaf,
Yeah, you want
and
to
just
just give
put some
enough to
dollar
get the
signs
scent.
on it. You can write on it with a pen or a pencil. Put some little dollar
Yeah,
signs, or put a what's that, Feihu, the rune, for money.
that is true. You could do that.
And you can just carry your own little money mojo right over your face, and that way it smells better too.
Well, they had a lady, and I don't know where I saw this at. I think it was Facebook that passed out in Walmart, and they said it was because of her breath. Now, I don't believe that.
No,
You
it's
know,
probably from breathing carbon monoxide or
I mean, it could have
dioxide.
been
Sorry.
anything. She could have had, I mean, literally, she could have sprayed something, perfume or something in the mask or whatever and got overwhelmed. But of course, the meme was that, she smelled her breath and passed out. But I like the idea. In fact, I think I'm going to start doing that. Maybe put in, like you say, a bay leaf or something in with some type of affirmation on it. Even saying, I am healthy today, or my health is wonderful. I mean,
Rosemary.
literally, you
Rosemary
can
would be good too.
rosemary would be really good. I mean, really, you can literally do spell work in your mask and with your health, call health into your life,
Yeah, I would.
ask people to put up barriers so that you don't get sick. But that's a good idea. I like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I got a couple of masks that have little pockets. Not
hmm
all of them, but I think I have two of them that do.
I mean, like I was saying, I'm not saying people have dragon breath, but I don't know anybody that brushes their teeth to make their breath smell like Colgate all day long. And if you're the one that's got to breathe your own shit, you may as well make it smell good and
Oh,
make
I
money in the
mean,
process.
yeah. I did that with a client. I went and I had a hamburger, and I know I love red onions, so I got extra onions on it. And of course, I put my mask on when I got in her house, and I was doing a massage, and I was like, "What the fuck?" My eyes were watering. My eyes were watering. I was so thankful that I had the mask on because I would have blew this poor woman out. But literally, I had to take the mask and pull it, and then put my glasses to seal it because the onions was kicking my ass, y'all. They were kicking my own ass. So it literally, like you say, I ate the burger, went to my client's house, didn't brush my teeth, learned a lesson though. Don't ever do that shit again.
Either
Will
that
not
or
do
carry
that shit
some
again.
Mentos with you, but then even the Mentos would probably burn your eyes because it's so
Girl,
strong.
I mean, literally, I had no peppermint, I had no gum, and thank God I had a mask on because I mean, if it was killing me that way, I was gonna blow that poor woman out if I was, over her face. But it was just like I didn't think it bothered me until literally everything was going back up in my eyes, and I was like, why am I tearing up? And I had to laugh. I had to laugh about it because I thought it was funny as hell. I was gonna do myself in. Well, I did myself in,
Thank God you weren't at Walmart and passed out, right?
girl. Because they would have left me stand. They would have left me laying on the floor in Walmart. They would have. I'm pretty sure they would have, especially my Walmart.
Girl.
But I mean, it is what it is. I think we can get creative with it, like you say, with the mask, with the herbs. There's a lot of different things. I mean, literally, even putting bay leaf in your shoes.
Mm-hmm. My grandma used to, and I don't know why she did this, but she used to put pennies and dimes in her shoes.
Well, because I think sometimes, what is it? The dime has a shield on it, right?
Girl, I don't know.
I think on one side it has like a shield. So it may have
Look,
something to
I
do
got
with
everything but a
protection.
dime. No, wait, is that a dime? Yeah, it's got a shield on it.
Yeah, because that's when you put them on poppets, you normally put it with the shield up for protection. Now I
Mm-hmm.
know with pennies, because penny loafers have there's a purpose for the pennies. There
Well,
was
no,
a
she would put
reason,
it inside her shoes.
but I mean, yeah, but I mean, whether you put it on, if you had a shoe with a slot or you put it in your shoe, I would think it has something to do with protection.
Mm. When I was growing up, I didn't even think about protection. You know what I put in my penny loafers? I put quarters. That way, if I ever needed to
Oh,
use the
you was
payphone,
big balling. Couldn't nobody where you got quarters at? We up here trying to get pennies. You got quarters?
well, if you need to
I
use
know you was bougie.
if you need to use a payphone, you'd always have a quarter.
Girl, we telling our age. Do they even have payphones anymore?
Yeah, but I don't see them with any receivers because they done cut all the damn receivers off of them.
Oh my God. That is too freaking funny. Quarters in the penny loafers. Yeah, you was highballing back then. I know they looked at you. They was like, look, that bitch got money.
No, I if I needed to make a phone call, I could call my mama. Mama.
Oh my God. That is too funny. But y'all, literally, bay leaves in your shoe. I mean, you can write your intention on them. You can write money on them. If you have enemies, you can write enemies on the leaves and put them under your feet. I'm walking on you, you know, I'm always going to be over you. So if you have enemies and you have like tennis shoes, it's hard to do with flip-flops. But if you have like tennis shoes or enclosed shoes, you can literally write enemies on a brown piece of paper or a bay leaf, put this in your shoes and walk on them, you know, all day long. And while you're taking steps, you dirty bitch, I can't stand you. I'm going to always be over you. I dominate you. I dominate you. And that's what you're doing. You're walking on them. So you can put domination all under your feet. And the whole time that you're walking, literally the intent is I'm dominating you. I'm walking over you. I'm walking on top of you. So exactly. Yeah, brown paper bag or a bay leaf.
What about dirts in your shoes?
Like, I mean, I know that some people put crossroad dirt in. I wouldn't be able to...
like I have here. Well, I have the Blockbuster and I have a fiery wall of protection. But I damn sure would wear socks with this one. I wouldn't want to burn my feet. But you know, like the dirts. Maybe,
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I guess it depends on what you use it for. I don't wear socks, so I don't think I could ever do dirt. My OCD would not let me, but I would imagine that you could. I know that some people...
You can lift up the sole.
Well, that's true.
And sprinkle it underneath and then put the sole back down. That way it's not on your feet. Because you've never even seen me, and I've spent the night at your house. You've never seen me without socks on.
Never.
Even when I come out of the bathroom after taking a bath, I got my socks on.
That's true. You're right. I've never seen you. Yeah, you're right.
And I've got cute toes. I don't have ugly toes. But
I always thought it was because you didn't...
I can't stand being barefoot.
Yeah, and I can get that. And I think really shit, as long as I can remember, okay, let me see. I just saw the question.
Okay.
Why do I bury my oils? I was taught that way. When you create an oil, it needs time to be consecrated and you put it in the earth because you're grounding your oil and you're getting the power of the soil. So you're consecrating your oils. Some people will bury it in cemeteries next to their relatives. I don't do that. What I normally do is I'll put a hole in the backyard, and if I make a money oil, I'll bury it for a month. And that was because that was the way I was taught. Mm-hmm. You bury your oil for 30 days. At the end of 30 days, it's consecrated. It's charged with moon energy, the soil, the earth, the power. And then it literally makes it more powerful. You're activating it, I guess you could say.
Exactly. I think everybody, look, I'm fixing to get myself in trouble. I feel like the proper
I'll dig you out. Let's see how far you can go.
You'll dig me out with your oil. You'll dig me out. Okay. I feel like there's a proper way to do things. And I don't think that you should slap together an oil. You should do it the proper way. And the proper way is burying it for a full cycle of the moon, which is 30 days, 28 days, right. 30 days. Now, I will say you can do it in your backyard. I've heard of other people, if you want protection, you can bury it in the rose garden at the church. If you can get in there and bury it and then come back a month later and dig it up without getting in trouble. Mm-hmm. I know this one guy that made a love oil, and it was more like a sex oil than a love oil, because it wasn't about relationships. It was about getting sex. Something similar to like Come to Me. He buried it mm-hmm. in a what do you call those places? You know, where a bunch of hookers live in the same house?
Like a brothel or a
Something
whole
like
house?
that. A whole
Look,
house. That's good.
you said a brothel. We're trying to be proper, but I'm like a hoe house, you know, a strip
Right.
club. I mean, really, I don't want to say strippers are hoeing, but I know a couple of them in the neighborhood
You
where the
know, go down to
champagne,
the chicken ranch.
well, I mean, the champagne room is in the back of the club where there's a lot of dirt, and I know what goes on in the champagne room. I don't know if y'all know what goes on in the champagne room, but I have buried oil back there because they hoeing. If you doing a lust oil,
It's a come to me. Come to me, boy.
yeah,
Come
and
on.
some of them are actually hoeing on top of the dirt. They're going back there and doing shit in the back of the parking lot. The
Right.
thing, so
You want the
it
booty
makes sense.
without the relationship, you bury it in the on the grounds of a brothel. You know, if you want protection, bury it at a church. If you
Mhm.
you know you need ancestors, bury it in the graveyard. You know, but it's not you can bury it in your backyard and there's nothing wrong with that. It just means that, you know, Marie
It,
Laveau is concreted over. You can't bury it on her grave.
that's true. That's true. I think, like you say, you can get really creative with the oil. I mean, there have been times where I've taken dirt from my bank and put it in a bag and added it to the dirt in my backyard. Because let's be honest,
You
I
can
had to
even
go
put
to.
a you can even put a pinch of that dirt in your oil.
It's true. Yeah, you can do it. But we got to be honest, when you're dealing with court case oil, you can't really go into the police department in front, in the back, or the side and dig a hole. But you can grab some dirt. You know, you can bend
Yeah.
down and tie your shoe and scoop you up some dirt real quick in the bag. The bank is the same way too. They got cameras. In fact, one time, y'all, I got to tell you this story real quick. Lord have
Okay.
mercy. I was at the
I
bank
got
now.
all night. You know, we still got people hanging on, so they got all night too. Go ahead.
I was a single mom, still am a single mom, but I was really, really a single mom. And I was like, I got to get some money. And I was trying to do some money oil. And I was like, I need this money from the bank because I had a friend that worked there and she was telling me about this particular person who had, okay, if it was love oil, what would you gather? Dirt. Um, Rose, I would say rose trees, like there's rose gardens.
Mm-hmm.
There's places like we have this place where couples go and get their pictures taken, their wedding pictures,
Like in
and
a
if you want
garden,
a
like
garden or
a
something
park,
like that,
you know.
especially if you know that they use it, even a wedding, a church or a place that they do weddings where it's a commitment or love, you can get that dirt from there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. See, Munchie, you got told on too. Okay, so let me tell you the story.
All right.
So
We're not gonna cut. We preach it. Yeah, I know
that
we
was
we
me.
got
That was
we
me.
got
I got
we
distracted
got
with the love well.
we got
So
TD Jakes now. We got TR Jones. Go ahead with it.
okay, so I'm going in, and my friend was like, "Yeah, this guy just made this really big deposit in this bank or whatever." And she was, you know, of course, she's witchy, and she's like, you need to grab some dirt for us because I can't do it because I work here." So I was like, "Okay, cool, you know, I'll do it when they close down." So I go in, and of course, you know, she's telling me where the cameras are, and I'm all in black and everything, and I got my little jar, and I'm just gonna scoop dirt and get back in the car. So I get down there and the goddamn dirt is hard, y'all. It's hard. So I'm sitting up there like trying to scoop and I'm getting like a little bit of dirt. And I'm like, okay, this ain't gonna work for both of us. So I go back to my car and I had this oh my God, it was a fast food container. It's probably styrofoam, but I was out of my mind. I had to be. So I'm in it, I'm in the dirt with the styrofoam. I mean, going to work, trying to get me up some dirt. And I'm so focused on it that I don't even feel the tap on my shoulder. I turned around. It was the security guard and two policemen.
Oh my
Two
Lord.
policemen. And they were like, what is going on? And I
You trying
was
to
like,
dig your way up underneath the bank?
I think they thought I was, and I was like, oh my God. I said, I peed on myself. I said I couldn't make it to where I needed to go, and I was just trying to cover it. I was like, what the fuck? We just got to come up with something. And they were looking at me and they were looking at my pants, and I was like, oh Lord, come on, just go with it. Go with it. And they were like, okay, but you have to leave the premises or whatever. So I was like, okay, can I grab my jar? I was trying to pee in the jar, and I Shit, you think I left that dirt? I got my dirt in my jar and went in my car. To this day, I'm amazed they didn't arrest me. Honestly, to this day, I'm amazed that I was not arrested. Yeah. The moral of the story is space out or stake out the bank first or the police department first. Go there in the daytime. Look for the place where the dirt is loose. Kick a little dirt, you know, use your shoe, loosen up your dirt. So that way, when everything closes down or you get your opportunity, you can go in with your little bag or your container, go shoot, you know, put your lid on it and keep it moving. Don't do like me and go find the hardest freaking part of the dirt and you can't even get any.
You got a glove box. Get you some Ziploc baggies and your to-go spoon and go out there.
The spoon is important, y'all. The spoon is important.
You can take Yoda for a walk, so you got your little baggie, and you just reach down there and flip the bag inside out if you have to, as long as you get your dirt. You can scrape it with the spoon to break it up. And if the plastic spoon breaks, then you gotta pick, because now it's sharp.
I put the little metal spoon in now, and I mean, literally, you got 5 minutes. You got, especially at a bank, you got 5. Well, now you got more time because the banks are closed. I mean, literally, they got one security guard there. So by the time you wait for him to make his rounds, by the time he comes, and most of the time they overweight anyway, it takes him a little time to come back around the thing. So you can time it. You literally, you got to be creative with it, but you got 5 good minutes to get down there and get your dirt and get out. Yeah. And like Lynna say, add it to your oil, just a pinch.
If you go inside the bank, they always got plants. Just go over there and get you a pinch of dirt out of their plant.
Are you really trying to get somebody arrested?
No, if you just walk over there and look at the plant and pick up some of the little dirt, if you're not getting it for 2 people.
Well, that's true too. You're right. You know,
you can just get a pinch and that'll make a whole gallon of oil.
You can go. If you got them coffin nails or whatever, just
look, and you got it on your neck. Just get down there real close and dig up the ground.
That's true. I mean, literally, you can be creative. And like Lynna said, you just put a little drop of dirt in your oil. And then if you are burying it in your backyard, add a little bit of that dirt from the bank or the wedding place or the church. And then you literally, it's just a small layer. You're going to cover it up. You know, you don't want to put it anywhere in the sun, though, especially if you're using like olive oils or things like that. You want to find you a shaded place to bury your oils. You don't want to put somewhere where direct sunlight is on it because you can spoil your oil that way.
Yeah, it needs to be in the ground completely.
Yeah, it needs to be a good layer of dirt to cover it up. Yeah, if you got a friend that works at the strip club, I used to have one that would bring me back fluids. Whenever it was crazy, they would want somebody worked on and they would come in here with like little vials. Oh, it was disgusting. A fluid. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where you get all this from? But they would. They would.
I ain't even gonna say anything.
I mean, yeah, shit. Well, look, we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta do what we gotta do. Lynna's like,
I ain't saying nothing.
But I mean, really, like you said, like a place where you can take wedding pictures, Lover's Lane or something like that. I mean, literally, you know, the dirtier the place, especially if you're trying to make a lust oil, you really need to find a place where people are lusting.
Yeah.
You have to.
Go to Montrose.
Yeah. And that would really kind of work too if you were dealing with a gay person or bisexual.
Mm-hmm. Well, right there on the corner, Montrose and Westheimer.
Yeah, you could.
There's all kinds of stuff going on there. And you just got to go to the gas station. They got a gas station on the corner. Just take your dog out to go poop, you know, and then just reach out and that's another thing. You don't even need these. You can get some poop bags as long as you got something to put the dirt in.
True. It is. I mean, literally, y'all, there's a lot of different ways that you can work dirt and places that you can pull, and it literally it's what you intend to do with the dirt. Yeah. If you are in a same-sex relationship, then yeah, I would go to a place where maybe you're dealing with same-sex couples. But I think you got to be really careful too, because you know on Montrose you got a lot of places that are, you know, they're for sex. It's not about love.
Right. Well, she was talking about a lust oil.
Oh yeah, if you're dealing with, because I mean they got some really great gay bars, down, well, we know on Montrose and Westheimer, that are literally like, there's a lot that goes on, and it's just a lot that goes on. So if you are looking for some type of lust oil, especially if it was the same
And
sex, I would grab dirt from there.
go behind the bar.
Yeah.
Behind the bar, because that's where it's happening at. Behind the
Oh
bar.
yeah, everything happens behind. I mean, it really, there's nothing going on in the front. If you really want to get some nasty, lustful, get it dirt, you got to go where it's dirty at, on the back.
Yeah.
Might end up digging up some condoms or something back there. You can leave the condoms, so just grab some dirt.
Yeah, don't save any condoms unless you know whose condom it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with it at all.
And I do want to make myself clear. When I said carry around poop bags and take your dog for a walk, don't pick up your dog's poop. Only
No,
get the dirt. You don't want to mix it with the dog poop.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody getting confused and saying, Mademoiselle Lynna said I could pick up the dirt with the dog poop. No.
Yeah. Completely different work.
Yeah. Now you can use dog poop if you're really mad at somebody. You can use all kinds of stuff. Oh, my light went out. Oh well. But yeah, I mean, you can, look. But I'm an angel over here. I'm so innocent and proper. I don't know what I would use dog poop for. No idea.
I'm not gonna out you. I'm gonna just let you go with this illusion or whatever you're trying to give these poor people.
Look, I outed myself at my last when I was on Tarot Tuesday last week. That girl come in there and I was like, "Look, bitch, I got your ass." and she's like, "Did you just call me a bitch?" I said, "You just wait. You just wait. I got you."
Munchy cheese, you're right. It didn't even sound convincing. She couldn't even make eye contact with the camera. If y'all noticed, she turned her head. That was already. She couldn't even make eye contact. When they can't even look at you in the eye. Yeah, no. We not even going. I'm gonna let you go on. I'm gonna let you have it. Oh, she said the one that comes in on the reading.
I know who she's talking about, but this was somebody else. This was that Lorena Bobbitt came in on my readings.
Oh, the one that was kind of trolling my page.
The one I said, I done blocked your ass from Tanya's page. I'll get you. I said, oh, hell no, bitch. I got you. She said, did you just call me a bitch? Oh, yeah, I called you bitch. I said, you don't come on my page starting shit. This page is mine. And I did. And I was like, oh, my God, people are going to think I'm crazy now.
No, you know what it is? Because you show your hands and you have those little bitty, like baby doll hands, and they think you're delicate and stuff like that. They don't even know. But that's okay. They don't need to know. They'll know when they need to know.
Look, I am as nice as people allow me to be. If
that's
you're nice
a good way to say it.
I'm nice to you. You come in talking shit on my page? No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Well, it is a respect thing. And I think anytime that you back a worker up into a corner with disrespect, I mean, you were nice where you said something and blocked her. There are certain workers that wouldn't say anything and she would have a problem. So it's just not advisable to go on anybody's page being disrespectful anyway. You don't know what they do or what they know or who they know.
Right.
Especially nowadays, I wouldn't advise it. I think,
no, because one of my best friends is a Mambo. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I think the whole thing about it is people don't realize, in the community, there are a lot of workers that don't post on Facebook. They look, but they don't post. And like you say, they could be a friend of a friend of a friend. And I've seen a lot of people get really hurt because they attack somebody not knowing who these people's posse was.
Right.
So I think you got to be careful with that. Not everybody's love and light. They aren't, and you got to be realistic with that.
And even people who say they aren't, because you can't have one without the other. You can't have day without night.
I agree. I think it's one of those things where, especially if you find somebody who's balanced, now you could have somebody that goes to the left a little bit more, But like I said, I think the best thing is just to be respectful.
I like fairies. I like being nice. I like having good readings and readings where the guy actually does really like the girl and is not cheating. That's wonderful. I love those things. But at the same time, there's other ones that are like, why do you even want to be with this person? You know?
First of all, fairies are not nice. It was some witches on TikTok, and they were like, "We're gonna curse the fae," and I'm like, "What the fuck?
Oh no, they're
You
not
gonna
nice.
fuck with the fairy? You gonna fuck with the fairy?"
Pull out some pictures. Yeah, fairies are
Girl, I was up there pouring holy water on the damn phone screen.
Look.
I'm like, these poor babies about to get handed they asses fucking with the fae.
Look,
Fucking with the
you
fae.
got Penelope here, and she's all nice. Oh man, my light went out. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, y'all don't fuck with the fae. Don't.
Here's Penelope.
Don't fuck with this. Oh, I heard they were trying to hex the moon. I still don't understand why they were trying to hex either one of them, to be honest. I'm like, what did the fae do to y'all? And what did the moon do?
But look who's right beside Penelope.
See, yeah. They don't, I mean, literally, they're not nice.
They're not.
They got pointed, jagged teeth. I mean, literally, why would you fuck with fae?
Somebody, I was in this class actually. Jim, you remember Jim, the palm reader? He taught a class on the fairies like a week ago, and somebody asked in the class, would you consider fairies from the angelic realm or the demonic realm? And I was like, both, because if you look at my other cards, the angels and the demons, some of them little demons look like these fairies.
I think the whole thing is, looks are deceiving, because anybody could appear one way, but that may not be their true form. And that's normally the fae. The fae has a form that can be very inviting and very playful and beautiful. But if you fuck with them, you gonna get God. They're not nice.
Well, you look nice. I mean, you always help people out. And,
yeah, but I would fucking kill somebody. I would.
You do have a mouth, but you never go off on screen. So therefore,
I mean, I have, but I think I've gotten to the point now where it's a waste of my energy to say the words, because if you really piss me off enough, you will understand who I am. You will feel my energy. That's just the way I am.
Just like the fae.
Yeah. So I think
nice, but
I mean, really, I don't think you just don't poke. You don't poke at things or people that you don't know about. Like you said, I would never hurt somebody where I'm going to be the first one to come at you. I would never, because I'm not like that. Well, but you got to defend yourself if somebody comes at you wrong way.
Right. I mean, just like Voodoo, the cat. Voodoo's very sweet. He'll lay up in your arms, let you pet him, lay it all out, just taking it all in. But if he's just not feeling it and you put your hand in his face, he'll bite you.
Yeah, he will.
I found that out. And I'm not mad at him. He just didn't want to be fucked with.
Well, I mean, it's the nature of a person. So I think you have some people that will not snap at you, but you do have some people who will, and it's character and nature. So I think the best thing is, a lot of times, especially in the community, there's enough room for everybody to be where they want to be. Yeah. If you take the egos and everything out, there's plenty for us to learn and still grow. I mean, we don't know everything. We're still growing. But I think a lot of times what happens is sometimes people challenge people because they're trying to see what you're about. And you can't do that with everybody. You just can't. But I think the people that when you learn the lesson, when Spirit wants you to learn the lesson, you will. You see that, because when I first got into the spiritual community, I thought everybody was kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya.
Love and light.
Namaste. Love and light. Mwah, mwah. I love you. And then I realized, after, following some people for a while and seeing some of these people in person, what your perception is sometimes is not what these people are. And
yeah, even they're saying in the chat, you know,
yeah,
they
so
look all love and light, but then you got a lot of petty stuff.
well,
She said here
you
they
got
try to
petty
hex
stuff.
the moon too. How's somebody gonna try to hex a damn moon? The moon controls the gravity. It controls the tides. It controls our blood flow every month.
It's a power thing. It's a power thing. So if you feel like you're strong enough and more powerful enough to manipulate that type of power, that's what they want to feel, but you can't. You can't manipulate something that is that old, that ancient, that's been here forever. You can't. Even if you could, you wouldn't be able to contain that power.
No, it burn
So
you
what are
up,
you going to do with it?
literally.
I mean, people have died because they've tried to do things like this before, you know, and I'm pretty sure some of them are playing, and I think some of them really do believe that they can manipulate the moon and they can manipulate the fate. That's when you kind of sit back and let spirit teach the lesson. Like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna let you go and figure that out.
Right.
I'm gonna let you do that.
Where's the popcorn? I'm gonna sit back and
Yeah.
watch this.
If you don't want to listen, I think the beauty of having mentors and having conversations like this is that we have been where these baby witches we have made, you know, bad decisions that I know now, don't do that again. Right. Don't do it, you know. But I think the reason that I learned was because I had to hit my head on that wall. Now, thankfully, I didn't have anything that came back and killed me. You know, I got spanked a couple of times by some spirits, and I still get spanked by spirit. But I think you got to be really careful about what you follow, who you follow, because some of this shit is, it's not dress up. It's not, what is it, CosCon, or what do you call it? Comic-Con?
Oh, Comic-Con, yeah.
Yeah, you don't put on a costume and you're sitting up here fucking with shit. You know, for some people, this is a way of cosplay. Thank you. Cosplay, yeah. I knew it was something with a C. But it's not something that you put on a costume and you're like, okay, you know, this is what I do. You literally have people that this is their life.
Renaissance fair 24/7.
Yeah, this is their bloodline. This has been passed down. So they're not wearing costumes. They're not doing this for play. And you know, they've learned how to properly do certain things. But, you know, yeah, a lot of people think it's easy, and I think it's because a lot of people see it as a fad, like it's cool, you know, to be this or be a witch, and a lot of people think it's powerful, but there's structure in it. I don't care if you're eclectic, if you're solitary, if you belong to a house, if you belong to a coven, there is structure with spirit, period.
Yeah, you can't just watch a movie and go like this and glamorize yourself into somebody else. That's not the way it works.
Well, you know, so many people get caught up on the Hollywood stuff. They do. And I think that's, you know, that's cute. But we know that real work can be very tiresome. It can be draining. Mm-hmm. It could be, you know, it could be costly. It could be, for some people, deadly. Some people have interceded in situations that they didn't need to, and they died because of it. So I think when you look at it as a whole, you have to respect the knowledge. You have to respect the traditions. You can't just come out there and be like, oh, it's cool, I'm gonna, you know, let's fuck over the fae because it's cute. Hey, it ain't cute. Not cute. You're gonna find out real quick it ain't cute. But maybe this is what they need to find out.
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, literally, we all learn. We've all made mistakes. I'm not gonna put anybody down, because we've all been there. And there's not a person that practices that can say that they haven't.
There's no point in putting people down. Some people have to learn through mistakes.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I'm not saying let somebody go out and kill themselves, but you know, if they think that they want to try to control the moon, have at it, you know, because it ain't gonna happen.
It's interesting.
If you want to try to fuck over the fae, you know, that's on you. It ain't on me. That's on you.
Sometimes you gotta test your power. I'm all for it if you feel like it. What's somebody I talk myself because throwing at stupid people. I think too the older you get, or either just the more wisdom that you gain, because sometimes wisdom doesn't have anything to do with age. Sometimes it comes to you from your ancestors where they're like, okay, let me tell you or show you something. When you start getting a certain amount of wisdom, you realize that your energy could be used for other things than fucking with somebody who's not worth your time. You know, that's why these people start arguing on Facebook, and I'm like, okay, you know what, go on somewhere. I don't have time for that. There's pedophiles out here. There's corruption in politics. There's corruption in the police department. You know, there's sex trafficking. If you really want to exercise your power and learn, then start targeting things that really need to be targeted. Some of these keyboard witches are people that just want to fuck with each other. That's just play. That's people that want to play.
Yeah, because the real people wouldn't tell people what they're doing.
No, you know, I'm going to put you in the jar and fuck you up and this and that. I'm going to throw some basil in there and some sulfur, and I'm going to make you burn and itch. You just told me the whole fucking spell.
Be like, hey, you got some nettle? You should maybe try to put that in on me too.
Yeah, it almost makes you want to go ahead and say, well, look, put this in and see if that's going to work. Well, wait a minute. Let's try this too. You tell me how it works for you. I'm going to let you know if I feel it. Oh, it stung me a little bit. Oh, you know, do something else. I mean, really.
Did you just poke me?
Yeah, I mean, we learn, we live and we learn and we grow. And I think that's the beautiful thing about practicing whatever your tradition is. I think as long as you realize that you will never stop learning, you will never stop growing, and that the ego really doesn't have a place in this, then you'll be all right.
No.
You'll be all right. Spirit will show it to you. They'll show you things that will amaze you, and it'll make you go look back 5 years like, what the fuck was I thinking back then? What was I doing?
I think the only part of ego that you should have is knowing that it ain't worth your time.
That could be. But I get what you're saying, though. Sometimes, you know, go ahead.
Not that you're better than anybody else or trying to be up on this pedestal, but, you know, they're just not worth your time. Drama is not necessarily that person.
It's true, but people try you. They try you.
But drama and petty bullshit is not worth your time.
For the most part, I would say that it's not. But every now and then, it just makes some people feel good that I can sting you a little bit because you're an idiot, because you're stupid. And I think that's because sometimes people poke and they try people, and it's like, okay, you know what? I've had it. You know, you poke somebody enough, you're going to get some type of reaction. You're going to get some. I prefer that when I even start to feel irritated with people, I just block. I'm just like, you know what? I don't even want to look at your post. I'm just going to block you. Mm-hmm. Now, if you come back and you find me on another social media platform or something like that, then we might have to deal with the issue. But I think sometimes it's just like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to block you. You're just being an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
You're being crazy.
I feel you.
But I mean, you know, we've seen it. We've seen it. Oh, girl, it's 9 o'clock. Let me go and attend to my baby and make sure he's eating over here. I got to put some food down Yoda's throat.
Oh, okay.
I know.
I'll see you tomorrow, though. I'm going to stop by. I'm going to give you the evil eye tomorrow.
Well, shit, I got evil eye. Don't you see all this evil eye protection? You can come in if you want.
Girl, I think that when I give you the evil eye, you're going to beg for more. Hold on, I'm going to show you.
You must be bringing me something with the evil eye, because I'm trying to figure out what the hell would I be begging for more with the evil eye. I must be getting an evil eye gift. Oh, wow. Oh, when they come out with those?
That's the one that when I went to the dollar store, I took that picture. They got all kinds of them. They got voodoo heat, evil eye, gator something another. They got one with crawfish.
I've tried the gator and the crawfish. I don't too much care for them, but the evil eye one, I'm excited. Bring it on, girl.
See, I told you when I gave you the evil eye, you'd be wanting more.
That's the only evil eye I will take at this point. That's the only one.
See, and that's how you know a good conjure worker. You can give them the evil eye and they're begging for you to give them more.
Exactly. You don't find my weakness. That's what happened just right now, you found my freaking weakness, but I'm gonna be all right. I'm put a little holy water in my Dr. Pepper, and I'll be okay.
Right. All right.
All
I'll
right,
see
my
you
love.
tomorrow.
I love you. Please be safe. You guys, please be safe. Love y'all.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.